In a peaceful village surrounded by green fields and tall trees, there lived an old farmer named Rahim. He was known as one of the hardest working farmers in the village. Every morning before sunrise, he walked to his fields with hope in his heart and faith in his hands. Rahim believed in one simple lesson: small beginnings can create great futures. One cool morning, while preparing the soil for planting, Rahim held 2 tiny seeds in his hand. Both seeds looked exactly the same from the outside, but deep inside, they were completely different. As the farmer planted them into the soft soil, the first seed became afraid. It thought, "What if the rain becomes too heavy? What if the sun burns me? What if the wind breaks me before I grow? What if I fail?" The seed became trapped inside its own fear. Instead of growing, it decided to stay hidden safely under the ground. The second seed was different. It also felt fear, but it chose courage over doubt. It said to itself, "Yes, there will be storms. Yes, there will be heat and darkness. But I was created to grow." With faith and determination, the second seed slowly pushed itself upward through the dark soil. The journey was not easy. The soil was heavy. The nights were cold. Sometimes strong rain flooded the ground, and powerful winds shook the small plant violently. Many times, the tiny plant felt weak. Many times, it thought about giving up. But every challenge made its roots stronger. Every storm taught it how to survive. Every difficult day helped it grow taller. Meanwhile, the first seed remained buried underground. It stayed safe. It never faced storms. It never struggled. But it also never grew. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Slowly, the brave seed transformed into a beautiful green plant. Then it became a strong tree with large branches and shining leaves. Birds began building nests on its branches. Travelers rested under its cool shade during hot afternoons. Children played around it happily. The tree started giving sweet fruits to the villagers. Everyone admired the strong tree, but nobody knew about the struggles it faced while growing. One evening, the old farmer returned to his field and smiled proudly when he saw the tall tree standing strong against the wind. Then he looked at the place where the first seed had been planted. Curious, he dug into the soil. There it was. The seed had never changed. It remained small, weak, and lifeless because fear had stopped it from becoming what it was meant to be. The farmer held the tiny seed in his hand and said softly, "The greatest tragedy in life is not failure. It is never trying." At that moment, a young boy from the village who was standing nearby asked the farmer, "But why didn't the seed grow?" The farmer smiled wisely and replied, "Because it was waiting for a perfect time. It wanted a life without pain, without risk, and without struggle. But growth never happens inside comfort." The boy stayed silent, thinking deeply about the farmer's words. The old farmer then pointed toward the tall tree and said, "Look at this tree. The storms did not destroy it. The hot sun did not burn it. The heavy rain did not wash it away. Those challenges made it stronger." Life works the same way for people. Many people stay buried under fear. They are afraid of failure, rejection, criticism, and difficulties. So they never follow their dreams. They never discover their true strength. But the people who face struggles with courage eventually rise higher than they ever imagined. The boy looked at the strong tree moving proudly with the wind and understood the lesson forever. From that day onward, he stopped being afraid of mistakes. He started working harder in school. He stopped quitting when life became difficult. Years later, that same boy became one of the most successful men in the village. Whenever people asked him the secret of his success, he smiled and said, "I learned it from a small seed." Life will never be completely easy. There will always be problems, failures, pain, and difficult moments. But challenges are not sent to destroy us. They are sent to shape us into stronger people. If a seed can fight through darkness, storms, and heavy soil to become a great tree, then human beings can also rise above fear and become something extraordinary. Never stay buried under doubt. Take risks. Face challenges. Keep growing even when life becomes hard. Because the strongest trees grow through the toughest storms. Moral: growth begins the moment you stop fearing difficulties and start believing in yourself.